The other form that Chopin uniquely made his own is the Polonaise, of which he wrote 17 different specimens, a few of them world famous, like the Polonaise Militaire and the Heroic Polonaise, Opus 53. But there is one that is unique in the sense that it's a combination of the Polonaise with a Mazurka middle section. And that Mazurka is so golden and beautiful. It's the only coalescence of the two forms that we have. And that's the exquisite Mazurka. Now, what's so interesting about this is that it's a very nerve-wracking, but when I talked to Dongning this morning, she said, "Oh, I'd like to play the Polonaise in F sharp minor, but you know, I haven't touched it." And I said, "I'd like you to, because you know that's one of the most important of the genres that he wrote in." Last night she played the barcarolle, so I said, "Yeah, do that. You know, oh, can I use the music?" I said, "Well, of course, nobody will mind. The only problem is my own page turning is really miserable. And last night I almost messed her up totally in the barcarolle. Twice. I'm very nearsighted. And then I've never liked turning pages because I get so involved with the music that I forget to follow the pianist. So anyway, the fact is that this is a major work of... The first theme is quite martial in quality. Give them because this piece is neglected in a certain way, but you need to be a poet pianist to play it, not just a pianist. Just let them hear this. There's the Polonaise rhythm instantaneously. Okay, wonderful, Dongning. You can go home now and sleep. He works this in many ways, including some very nerve-wracking passage work later on in the coda. And before the great Mazurka, in the middle of the piece, he gives you the strangest 2 pages in all of his output, as if he is dreaming. Listen. As if he's maybe riding a horse on the plains. Nobody will know that a Mazurka would follow this, for we had this very martial Polonaise, and it keeps going. Oh, unbelievable. Okay.
You'll hear it again later.
You'll hear it soon. And I want to see, you know, this is my own book, if you want to get it on Amazon.com or whatever. They tell me that it's 4th in the history of literature. The Bible first, all of Shakespeare, and I forgot the 3rd one. But this is the 4th greatest selling book in the history of the world. Buy it. I don't really... And by the way, there's a CD in it of some incredible performances at the back. I forgot my own book, and thank God my brother had it for me, because I'm going to read it. And it says, David Duvall knows more about the piano and its lore than anyone else writing today. And I agree with the Baltimore Sun. But it's worth your effort to look for it. It's in print, without a doubt. I'm trying to find what I say about the great F sharp minor Polonaise. And to think that every single work is discussed. Of Chopin and many other composers, of course. This is what I say: a raw and overwhelming work when played properly. Honecker asks us to consider the musical weight of the work, the recklessly bold outpourings of a mind almost distraught. He is distraught in this. That whole thing is, this man is psychologically feeling very, very, very strange, and then the Mazurka comes to soothe him. There was no greater, as I said, test for the poet-pianist. Liszt, who loved the work, called it the lurid hour that precedes a hurricane. See, these were very romantic thinkers. They were very different than many of the people of our time. The central section is a mazurka preceded by 2 pages of the strangest monotony, reverberating madly. The psychological impact is shattering. This work finds Chopin's spirit far from the elegant work of the Parisian salon. John Ogden, he was a British pianist of real importance, sees it like a Goya-like intensity, and said that almost inhumanly severe modulations imply a barbarism which becomes explicit in the apopastic passage over a pedal in A that prepares its central section, and the middle section is a mazurka, thus creating a remarkable coalescence of 2 different dance forms. And that is why symbolically I would like very much for you to play this. Do you mind if I try to turn your pages?
Not at all.
I have my contacts on and don't do that well with them.